Walking Away is the follow-up to a book called Walking Home, and on this occasion it's an account of a walk from Minehead in Somerset, 265 miles along the north coast of Somerset and then Devon and then Cornwall to the tip of Land's End, where I then overshoot and go over to the Scilly Isles and try to walk across some of the Scilly Isles at low tide. I make the journey as a modern day troubadour, a busker for want of a better word, and instead of singing for my supper every night, I'm reading poems, giving readings in village halls, churches, schools, people's front rooms, and I took with me a sock and just asked people to put into the sock every night what they thought I was worth, which wasn't always money, and it was always with a certain amount of trepidation that I pushed my fingertips towards the toe end of that sock, and also with a certain amount of trepidation that I made my way towards the toe end of Britain, getting further away from my home in the north. So this is a little section from the beginning of the book, a preamble, if you like, just before I actually set off. And it's a chapter about two objects. One is a very expensive hat that I buy, that I need as a sort of roof and a canopy. The second part of the chapter is about a stick that I carve out of a holly sapling which is growing at the bottom of my garden, which I'm going to take with me on the journey. The holly is a much mythologized and occasionally maligned tree, but both its reputation and its practical application suit me very well. Holly is a hard, dense wood. It was once used for making the hammers in harpsichords and in the fashioning of billiard cues. And even though I'm not making a tour of concert halls and snooker clubs, I like the idea of the stick as a totem of something rhythmical and melodic, accurate and true. As someone with an unreliable backbone, its rigidity and uprightness also appeal, as does its reputation as a tree which diverts thunderbolts away from houses and humans. Planted on paths and tracks, the tough evergreen acts as a waymarker or beacon to the weary and lost, and in past times its branches and arms have proved useful as horsewhips and batons. So the stick will be my signpost and my compass needle, and my cattle prod and my nettle slayer, my vaulting pole and my hat stand, and my extra leg and my spine. The holly is also symbolic of winter and a charm against black magic and the dark arts. The berries, attractive as they appear, are bitter on the tongue and potentially poisonous. In those terms, I'm taking it with me as a piece of the Pennine North, out of season and out of place as I head into that long, low and increasingly treeless coastal region, a representation of who I am and where I'm from, something of myself.